Hello, my name is Kate, and today I would like to tell you about great and not great mechanic ideas in Baldur's Gate 3 video game, which I would have introduced and not introduced in my campaign. I have played a bit of the game and now finally formed the opinion on things which I disagree with and which I really like that developers do, and probably would introduce it in my future campaigns for my players. So here are the top 10 and let's begin. And number 1 would be Grapple, or to be more precise, its absence. And I do love grappling in D&D, especially in early adventures. The mechanics allow you to restrain your opponent and also impose disadvantage on ranged attackers, and provide somewhat of a control of the environment during the battle, or give some interesting setups for the DM as well. For example, you can introduce orcs to your campaign who try to grapple one of the party members and bring them to their camp. Going out of the battle map means death, and so the party needs to think fast and also take some time-sensitive actions to save their friend. So I was quite disappointed not to find this in Baldur's Gate 3. And number 2 would be ready action mechanics, a very important tactical tool for advanced players and DMs. You can prepare fireball or melee attack or any specific action as a reaction to something. This is a great way when playing defensively and also strategizing your every move. And I again was really disappointed not to find it. And number 3 would be casting 2 spells at the same turn, and it completely undervalues the deal damage or save yourself decision for any caster, who could either cast Misty Step and a cantrip, or cast some value added spell for your party like Fireball or Mass Healing Word. Number 4 will be every person can read scrolls, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Magics is a hard to learn concept in Forgotten Realms, and I think it should stay so. Getting a high level spell to a fighter or barbarian, for example Dimension Door, doesn't make any sense. They shouldn't be able to read it. Only if a player has a high intelligence score and could roll a very hard arcana check, I would allow this player to decipher what's written on the scroll and try to cast it. And moving now to number 5, there is no cover bonus. And again, it's something that is very connected to a tactician mode and placing your characters right on the battlefield. So it greatly increases ranged and spellcasters' survivability, and I would definitely keep it, but sometimes it can turn encounter into this famous scene. However, now let's move with a 6 to our positive mechanics, and the first one is shoving. It's very rare when somebody uses push or shove in board game D&D because maps are poorly designed for that. Baldur's Gate 3 showed me how powerful this action can be if you design the battle map smart. You can push your opponent from the high cliff or into the lava pool or onto the trap, equalizing your chances to win. Therefore, useless gust of wind spell gets very powerful. And my number 7 would be bonus action healing potion. I really like this idea, and this small change to the mechanics by developers is really great. Of course, healing potion can heal you up to 100% on a first tier, especially if you are a wizard, but spending an action on a single healing potion on level 10 or 16, that's a total waste. Though using bonus action on the later tiers to small heal up, I think it doesn't hurt and it leaves the action economy in place. So I would definitely introduce it to my further campaigns too. And let's move to number 8, and it's indeed the high ground. The idea is very basic. Those who stand above you receive +2 bonus to attack rolls. Those who stay below you receive a -2 penalty to attack rolls. It's actually some of the cover mechanics hidden here. And I think it's very natural. Lots of medieval commanders uses high hills or high ground to their advantage. And I really like this simple, straightforward idea and would definitely try to introduce it into my further campaigns too. And number 9 would be additional weapon skills. Though most of them didn't bring any real combat changing value, they bring more fun with a melee hit and run character. I like the idea of weapons having additional skills. It doesn't break the game and brings a little bit more variety to combat and to players. And finally, number 10 would be passive perception being a role. And I think it's a good introduction. Player characters can be distracted or deliberately not paying attention to the surroundings, so assuming everyone is always paranoid about everything or searching for traps, enemies, hidden cracks or secrets is a little bit not correct. And that would be my top 10 takeaways from the game, which I would either not introduce or introduce in my future campaigns. And let me know in the comments below if you have invented anything interesting out of the rules mechanics yourselves, and what are those? And see you guys next time.